Arena fighters are killing anime fighting games. Well, sort of anyways. Let me explain. Arena fighters as a genre actually are not bad games. Although you could probably say that Dragon Ball Z Budokai were the first open 3D anime fighters to be, well, not terrible, I would say the arena fighters genre really took off back in 2008 with the release of Ultimate Ninja Storm. Ultimate Ninja Storm was a direct continuation from the Naruto Hero / Ultimate Hero line of games from the PS2 era, and at the time, it was an absolute breath of fresh air for anime fans. Going from 2D to 3D felt fresh and made sense given the increasing processing power of the PS3, and the wide cast of characters made for an extremely fun game with a ton of replay value. I cannot stress enough, if you did not play anime games before around 2008, how much of a jump to a next gen this felt. Everything from the 3D environments, the graphics, the characters, special moves felt lovingly recreated and faithfully adapted to 3D. Whereas in previous years, you could look at iterations of a game and see barely any difference aside from an updated roster, the jump to Ultimate Ninja Storm felt like a massive leap forward. And now, 15 years later, we are having the same issue, and it's spread to all corners of anime. What had felt fresh in 2008 has become an extremely tired genre, in my opinion. Although there are arena fighters that feel different enough to still be interesting, the majority of these games just look and play too similar to be exciting. And now, with the announcement of Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, the trend continues onward with no sign of stopping. The problem is that although these arena fighters never explode in popularity like Dragon Ball FighterZ, they almost never bomb either. Studios have tried to switch things up with original ideas like the One Piece RPG and Dragon Ball The Breakers, but never seem to find the same financial success and are usually seen as a much riskier option than a tried and true formula like an arena fighter. 2D games like Dragon Ball FighterZ take many years and tons of money to do right, and with studios wanting new iterations of the games every few years, it leads to situations like this, where a game 3 years apart can be almost indistinguishable from its predecessor if you remove the UI. And that's not to say that these games don't provide value or are even just cash grabs. In many cases, adding dozens of new characters and stages can justify the price of a new game. I just don't think anyone can argue that these games are doing anything new or interesting to differentiate themselves from one another. And if they sell well and can be adapted indefinitely to include new characters or a new anime IP, why would they stop? This is my main problem with arena fighters. I do not hate them. I actually enjoy a lot of them, and I think they're reasonably fun, but they have undeniably become the absolute standard in adapting a new anime IP into a fighting game, and I just don't think they're so good that every single new anime needs to have an arena fighter as their only game. In 2008, I was thrilled to have a game like Ultimate Ninja Storm. It was a great game, a new formula, and although Budokai 3 was an amazing game, the amount of anime cash grab games in the mid to late 2000s was ridiculous. So to have an anime fighter that was actually good and had all the characters that I'd watched on TV was enough for me. But 15 years later, we are past that. Anime is mainstream enough to now adapt established IPs into different types of games, and specifically different types of fighting games. We don't need another Jump Force. We don't need a One's Justice 3. We need a new type of game, and Dragon Ball FighterZ proved it. I'm sure that the message of this video is going to be taken as I hate arena fighters, and I cannot stress enough how much that is not true. In the same way that people criticize FIFA or NHL or even Call of Duty for making the same game year after year and just slapping a new label on it, that is how I'm coming to think of arena fighters, and it's just become extremely stale for me and something that I no longer look forward to. And I want to look forward to anime games. I want to feel the same way about a Jujutsu Kaisen game, an anime that I really like and am currently watching, that I feel about a Dragon Ball FighterZ or that I felt about Ultimate Ninja Storm back in the day. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite anime game in the comments. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.